Hi, gardening friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Era, and this is Gardening on Purpose. I'm at Walmart, and they have fruit trees, they have flowering trees, and they have some bulbs that are sprouting. Let's check them out. Here we have some flowering trees. These usually would bloom in spring, which is why you're seeing them now. So we have a couple of carts here. First one, we have a couple of pink dogwoods. Now that's the pink dogwood right there. You can see it still has the plastic, and I don't want to overstep my boundaries by ripping off the plastic too much. But this is the pink dogwood, and these are going to be $31.97. That's what it looks like right here. Right? Pink dogwood requires full sun, which is 6 hours or more, and it gives you the planting instructions. And again, this is what the container looks like. They also have this guy here is red dogwood. So if you like dogwoods, I've noticed that Walmart usually has a lot of dogwoods compared to the other stores that I go to. These are all going to be $31.97. They also have a white dogwood all the way back there. I'm pointing it to it right there. That's a white dogwood I can't get to, but that's not a bad price, guys, for something that is a 6-gallon. They also have a Kwanzaa flowering cherry. You can see it right there. And again, these are all going to be 6-gallon and all going to be $31.97. They also have a Japanese maple. They have a blood good Japanese maple. This guy here is going to be $39.97 though. And it's not the very robust Japanese maple, but usually that those guys are a little bit more expensive than everybody else. So this one is pretty much flowering Kwanzaa cherry and Japanese maples. They look nice and healthy. You can already see the buds for the spring, so you know that they're gonna flower and they're going to produce nice foliage. But let me know if you usually buy your flowering trees from Walmart and how they do. Here they have the Yoshino Weeping Cherry, which I'm eyeing at Lowe's to get on clearance because I really want that for an idea I have in the side yard. The Weeping Yoshino Cherry is going to be $39.97, guys. It says water once weekly, requires full sun. Now this one is in a big pot, guys. It says it's hardy to -20. And this might be a 12-gallon, I'm not sure, but it's not a bad looking tree. Now let me try to zoom in to the actual buds so you can see that they are all budded up right there, looking really nice. Now these guys, again, they only bloom in the spring. So once they bloom early spring, and then they will drop those blooms, and then they'll put on the foliage, and then you'll just have a regular tree for the rest of the season until the actual foliage falls. But I like them enough because they are so pretty, and of course because they are weeping. They've got weeping willow. Now this guy here loves a lot of water, but it grows pretty big. So I definitely would never buy this. I just don't have the space or anything for this, but it's going to be $31.97 for this weeping willow. Blooms in the spring. And this beauty here requires full sun and requires to be watered 2 to 3 times a week. They also have a Japanese magnolia here. Japanese magnolia, $31.97, guys. $31.97. Again, nicely budded up. Looks nice and healthy from my angle. They also have, let's see what else here. More weeping willow, and they have a shade tree right here. Let me see what type of tree this is. Oh, it's just another weeping willow. So this particular cart here is pretty much weeping willows and Japanese magnolias. And you guys know I have Japanese magnolias in my yard. This is the ones that are nice and pink. They bloom very early. Mine bloom pretty much towards the middle or late February, and then they drop those flowers and then they put on the foliage, right? But this one is Alexandria. I think they have one that's Jane, and they have all kinds of girl names, but these are hardy to -20. And the one that I have that came with the house, it is huge. It looks like that. I don't know the variety, but it's bigger than the house. Like it's at least 25 feet tall, but it is definitely a sight to see in the spring. Here we have an October Glory red maple. This beauty here is $31.97, hardy to -40. Love maples. I only have 3 that were gifted from me. He bought them for me from MrMaple.com, and they do well. And I've always said that I'm going to keep them in a container, but I'm beginning to waver on whether or not I'm going to do that. But let's just see as the season goes by. So this is red maple October. I'm sorry, October Glory red maple. And then more of the flowering Kwanzaa cherry back there. They actually have an Eastern redbud. That Eastern redbud down there. That's a pretty one. You guys know redbuds are really nice because they bloom on the stems. Really, really pretty. And that also will be $31.97. They have a couple of more blood goods back there. Japanese maples for you. I just like the price. Really nice for Walmart. Walmart always seems to have the least price when it comes to these things. So I really like to at least look to see what they have. And I'm definitely going to keep an eye on the weeping cherry. So that is it for the flowering trees. Now I do see that they have some fruit trees, but they're outside of the store on the back end. So I'm going to make take a walk around there and look to see what they have and add that so you can see what they have. But in the store itself, they do have a couple more things I want to point out to you. Let's check it out. They brought in a new shipment of the pansies. You guys know I'm a fan of pansies. I bought pansies late last year and they're still doing amazingly well in my yard. But this is a brand new shipment and they're all looking great. These particular pansies here are annuals, and the annuals for me, pansies love the cold. They love the cooler weather. They don't like the heat. So I pull my pansies out around late April into early May because that's when things really steam up and they start becoming leggy. But they have all these different colors, purple and white, yellow and brown, pink, white, orange, blue. Really, really nice. Now the prices are $8.98 for this little guy here. This container here is $8.98 versus this container here, that's going to be $6.44. And do they have another container? Yeah, they have a circular one here. This one here is going to be $14.76. Let me know if you like pansies and how they do in your yard. Tulips, hyacinths, and daffodils are beginning to show up in the bulb form, guys. They already planted them for you. All you're doing is, taking them out the container and planting them in your yard. So these little guys here in a pint, and it looks like they have 2 bulbs in each. I can tell, right? And what is the price on this? $1.97, so pretty much $2. Here we have the daffodil right here, the hyacinths right here. Hyacinths don't do great in my yard. The only hyacinth is that purple grape mascaria looking one that does well. Otherwise, they don't really come back for me. Tulips do not come back for me either. When I first got my house, I bought tulips because, I think tulips are really, really pretty. But then because we don't stay cold enough, they don't get enough time to really get the cold so they can produce every year. So they will bloom for you the first year, for me personally, in Zone 8A in Georgia where I'm at. But then the next year, they might come back, but they might be stunted. They might not bloom. They might just not come back out at all. But I cannot deny the fact that they are one of the most beautiful plants. So you can see they're color-coded here. So this might be a purple tulip versus a yellow tulip and a red tulip and even a white, right? So they're all here. This is a hyacinth, actually. So that's a white hyacinth and a pink hyacinth and a purple hyacinth. It's a windy one out here, guys, but like I promised, on the outside of the fence, they have the fruit trees. So they have a lot of peaches. Let's see. They have Alberta peach. And these peaches are all going to be $31.97. Alberta peach. And this guy here is hardy to -20. Let's see what else they have. Hale Haven peach. Now that picture looks really, really nice. I'm a big fan of peaches. They do okay. in my area, in my yard. I know I'm in Georgia and it's supposed to be doing well, but I think it's the varieties that I need to get that actually do well. And I have a little patio peach, right? But I don't have any of these because I just don't see people with peach trees in the area. You'd think you'd see way more peach trees, but let me know what your experience is. This is Hail Haven. Looks really, really nice, and again, hardy to -20. Next up, we have the Contender Peach here. This is a Contender Peach. Again, hardy to -30 this time, and these require full sun. More of the Hail Haven here. And let's see what this one is. More of the Contender Peach. Next up, more Hail Haven. So that seems to be the #1 peach that they're selling here. Hail Haven and Alberta. Now they also have Red Haven. Red Haven peach. That's what it looks like right here. Now, if you buy these, let me know how they do because, I think a lot of these peaches take a couple of years to actually produce, or maybe they need a variety. Let me know if that has been your experience. But they do have the Red Haven. Every year I see the Belle of Georgia, guys. This one here, again, a beauty that is hardy to -20. Belle of Georgia, as in BELLE, 31.97. And that's a better picture of it right here. It is really windy out here, guys, so hopefully the wind is not beating the mic up a little bit too much. Here we have more of the Alberta peach, more Contender peach. So it looks like it's mostly peaches they have, although I'm in the corner of my eye, I'm seeing some apples, but I just want to go through to make sure I got all the varieties of peaches that they might have. And it looks like it's just going to be Alberta, Belle of Georgia, and Contender, and Hail of Haven. On to the apples, they have Granny Smith. Water once weekly, hardy to -20, and requires full sun. A couple of Granny Smiths. I really like Granny Smiths because I kind of like things that are a little bit sour. And those are nice and green. Look great. They also have Gala or Gala apple. Really nice. What else they have? Let's see. Golden Delicious, guys. They have the Golden Delicious. Not the most unique varieties you'll see here, but they do have varieties nonetheless, so definitely nothing to complain about. And then they have Arkansas Black. Oh wow, I love that. Arkansas Black. Let me know if you have this guy in your yard, if it actually does well. I like things that are different, and I don't know if it actually comes out that black, and if you do know, please let me know. But this guy here, again, 31.97, full sun, hardy to -20. Let's see if I can find any other types of varieties. More of the Arkansas Black. Yeah, they have a couple of those. So that's the first time I'm seeing that one. So that definitely caught my eye. Whether or not I'll buy it, I don't know, because to be honest with you, I already bought a columnar apple from Home Depot, which I'll definitely give you more details when I do a purchase video. They actually have Red Delicious. I can see the Red Delicious right here. Let's see. Let's try to get in. Red Delicious right there, nice and red. So that's pretty much what they have on the outside, guys. Red Delicious, Golden Delicious, Arkansas Black, Gala, and Granny Smith. So just apples and peaches so far. It's still early. They might bring in some plums and some pear. It's only the second week in February, guys, and things are really slowly coming in. Let me know if you have any of the varieties and how they do in your yard. Now, also, I definitely want to show you the buds on them. They're looking nice and healthy. These are the buds. You can see them right there. Nothing looks black or brown or looks like it's unhealthy. You can see the buds are coming out. So, and these are definitely not dwarfs. These are going to grow pretty big. So I definitely don't even have the space for it if I wanted to. And these definitely will not do well in containers. No matter how big the container is, these are meant to be in the ground in the trees, guys. Let me know what you think. There's not much to report today, guys, but definitely wanted to show you what they have right now. And it's definitely a sight for sore eyes because it is cold. And these are always great to see, great signs of spring. Let me know if your Walmart is beginning to stock up on fruit trees, pansies, tulips, daffodils, or hyacinths. Let me know what you think. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted on all my new videos. I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.